as you can see, some of the rooms of judges are now not at the place where they used to be, and that is with regards to the judging tables. So that must mean some of the teams are done, some of the teams are still busy. You can see that there's quite a bit of activity going on in this room, and definitely, hello everyone, wave. I'm not sure if we're judging or if we're now just having an after judging brew, but it looks like there's still some paperwork around, so I think they're still judging. I think we've still got some we've still got labeling judging that's taking place, and we've also got best of show. So some final judging taking place, which is really great, because in the meantime, we are going to be entertaining you with a slideshow of all the students so that you can get a chance to see who was involved in this year's presentation. And so why don't you enjoy this loop, just showing you some photographs taken by the students to actually just show you what they've been up to and some of the antics that they had in the lab. So here we go. Right, while we're watching the students and yeah, the person who's really great at MS Paint, the Vitzi's team, don't you want to also, if you'd like to, if you're in your groups and if you're anywhere near each other, you're welcome to pop up a video clip onto the timeline. So you'll see we will be posting 1000 Hills, their video clip, so that everybody can actually see it. We had a couple of problems with it yesterday. Apologies, everyone, but we're definitely going to make sure that everyone gets to see it because it's going onto the timeline. So please enjoy their presentation. And if you've got any clips that you'd like to share with us, of what you've been getting up to, what you are getting up to while you're waiting anxiously for the judging results, why don't you add those to the timeline as well? You also have the opportunity of testing your beer knowledge. So without phoning a friend, that means Dr. Google. Why don't you give the knowledge quiz a go? If you go onto the member zone, you'll find that there's on the drop down, you'll find that there's a link to a quiz. So why don't you give it a go? There is a prize that's associated with that. And so give us a go so that we can choose the first correct lucky draw prize before we get to the prize, the award ceremony a little bit later. And then we'll be able to award that prize as well. At this stage, we are looking at 3 o'clock for the award ceremony. That'll give us enough time for us to tally the final scores, do the best of the final judging, and then to take it from there into the final award ceremony at 3 p.m. So please don't go too far, because we would very much like you to join us for that. So that we can make sure that you are part of this process. We're going to be inviting all the judges to please join us in the auditorium for that, so that we can have some real live applause. A lot of it has been online or with this in this virtual situation, but we have got a large auditorium where we can seat all the judges with sufficient social distancing. And so we would very much like them to all join us for the award ceremony at 3 o'clock. So finalized judging taking place now, making sure that all the scores are being tallied up. some final last minute touches onto the final presentations. And so we look forward to you joining us with that at 3 o'clock. Right, so it's great to see the teams that have made this all come together. We wish each and every one of them well as you go through the final stages of judging now. I know that there's a lot of nervous people wondering what's going on here in Johannesburg. We'll go and take a few more photographs and pop them on the timeline so that you can see exactly what's happening. And so, yes, if you give us a few minutes, let's go back to those screens so that you can see what's happening, and then we'll be able to, there you go, you can see the best of class here being a best of show judging taking place, and so last minute information coming together, which is really great, and it's good to see everyone coming together. And I know it's been a busy day all around. Lots and lots of things happening, backwardsing and forwardsing. You can see discussions going on at this point, and so it's wonderful to be able to have a bird's eye view of the process, and I trust that you're enjoying it with us. It's great to see so many of you back online from yesterday. Good to see you all, and I think a whole lot of extra as well, which is really good. See all the students that were with us yesterday. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Thanks for being here. I think today's presentations have been really, really beneficial and eye-opening in terms of the long term of your brewing careers. So hopefully you've been inspired, and you've got a lot that you can take away and put into your next brew. We want to make sure that we get as much feedback from you. Obviously, this is the first virtual event that we're holding, obviously due to the current circumstances, but it would be great to get some feedback from you. So while you're waiting, if you are tackling that very, very interesting beer quiz, and to see who is going to win the lucky prize, first correct answer in gets a lucky draw. So we are very enthusiastic to see how well you know your beers and beer history. For those of you that are enjoying being with us and have got maybe some feedback, some suggestions, why don't you click on the feedback tab that's on the member zone, and you'll see there's a short survey, really just about 6 or 7 questions from the organizing committee. We'd really love to know what it is that we could do differently. Assuming worst case scenario that we have to have a virtual event, perhaps a hybrid event will have to take place next year. Who knows? If we'd known this time last year what was going to happen to 2020, I think a lot of us would have changed our plans, but we didn't. And so we're in the middle of it, and we're trying to make the most of it. So why don't you give us some ideas on the feedback questionnaire so that we know how we could make the whole event better for you, and carte blanche, give us as many ideas as you possibly can. As you can see, still some great deliberations going on there in terms of the best in show, and I'm trusting they're keeping an eye on the clock so we can get the results into Olga and make sure that they are punched up, all ready to go, so that our award ceremony can take place at 3 o'clock. So we're just asking you to be patient with us for a little bit longer. because as you can see, we're probably onto about this slide now. We're just having to think about things a little. We've definitely enjoyed a lot of beer today, and I think for some of us it might be a little bit more difficult to think clearly than it was earlier, but we'll give them a chance. Now, this is a good picture, people, because look what's happened. The room has gone clear. So we're very, very excited about that, because that means that the judging process is almost done and dusted. And so I have to say, here we can see the cleaning is taking place. Everything is getting back on track. All the cleaning, social distancing in order to make sure that we've got a wonderfully clean, sanitized environment back for Monday for everyone who works in the building. And I think you can appreciate some of the challenges that we've had to deal with just in terms of the social distancing. I don't know if we got it quite right in that room for the final judging. Apologies in advance. But it's time to get ready for the tally of the scores and to get that information now passed along to Olga so she can collate those the scores and put them into the final presentation so that we can share this information with you. So it's definitely the final countdown, guys. So you only have to listen to my song once more and then we'll be ready to go. So hopefully you've enjoyed the proceedings with us. Hopefully you've found something interesting. You've learned something, as we've gone through the last couple of days. I'm really hoping that this will inspire you guys to participate in next year's event. We definitely don't want this to be the final, time that we see you or your brews. So come on then, it's time to get your colleagues involved as well. Why not get 2 brewing teams going? Because you never know. It's probably time to buy some more beer, and we would very much like it to be yours. And goodness knows, maybe we'll be hearing your story next year as an inspiration. While we're waiting, really great to see some of the very, very encouraging messages that have come through. Thanks so much for interacting with us. It's so good to see all the people that have been online. John Cluett, I know you've been with us from the start. Thank you so much for being part of this process. In the background, your support for the students. I've seen lots and lots of comments, and thank you. 2008 was your first InterVarsity Brewing Competition, and thank you very much for giving us the award for the most innovative InterVarsity Brewing Competition. I'm not sure I totally agree with you that the Zoom organization has gone very well. I think we've got a good debriefing session in terms of what we can do 100 times better next year. But thanks very much, Don. We really appreciate it. Agreed, Stuart. Thanks for good luck to everyone. It was great having Tux Brewing. We enjoyed your presentation. Thank you so much for being with us. Mark, I think those Wits brews did really, really great. It was a great effort, Tasman. It was an excellent presentation. Stefan, thanks for helping me and popping up every now and then, telling me what's happening with regards to the the sound and the videos. And yes, it would have been very good to have a face-to-face beer pong. Stefan, I challenge you to one next year. And I agree, we've managed to have a good event nonetheless. Thank you so much, guys, for interacting on the timeline. There's been some great picks. We've really enjoyed engaging with you, getting to know you. Stuart, I'm looking forward to raising my glass with you at the end of this and for next challenge accepted. Okay, Stefan, maybe I spoke before I thought there. If I look at a couple of you guys, you could definitely drink me up. Drink me under the table. Pulling my favorite beer style. I'm going to go with, I'm not really a beer connoisseur. So I'm going to say an IPA, based on the some of the tasting that I was able to do at CUT when I was there for a visit a few months ago. But hey, I would love to, have a tasting session with you guys and for you to actually introduce me to and induct me to the world of beer in a lot more detail. So it would be very, very good to have that. How's that, Puleng? Are you happy to help me in that regard? It's really, really great to have learned as much as I have done. I have to tell you, in my career, I've worked in both core ingredients. I have had the opportunity to work in the maltose industry, and I also had the opportunity to work in the yeast industry, but haven't just gotten to the industry where we put them together. So it's been great. I have learned so much just in the last couple of days sitting in on Carl's tutorials. Weren't those great? I mean, those were just such excellent tutorials. And so I look forward to many, many more. Okay, guys, we're like down to 10 minutes here. So I'm going to take a quick run across to go and see how it's going with Olga and her panicking to get everything in place to get the final presentation sorted out for you. I'm also going to try and start herding in those cats, those judges, and to try and bring them into the auditorium so that we'll have a live audience for you when we hand over those prizes. Okay, guys, we want to make as much noise as we can. Hi, Mark. Yes, I know you can't hear me. I'm trying to get all the judges sorted out. You see, now my focus has moved from students to judges. So I am back, but I'm just having to give the judges a pep talk, a lecture on how they're going to behave. So we'll be with you shortly. For everyone out there, just so you know what's happening, we haven't left the building. We are still all here. We're still all here. We are waiting for Olga to tally up the final scores. There was so much deliberation taking place that the deliberation time ate into the score collating time. And so Olga's almost done, and then we'll be starting the presentation. So please, guys, don't go anywhere. We are about to start. Found these as a Christmas present. If you were looking for a Christmas present for that person that you just didn't know who you were going to buy, what you were going to buy for them, I thought these were really great. Could possibly add them to your collection. Come on, guys, what do you think? Hey, father, brother, I thought these were really great. So maybe you can just look out for those and pass them on. You can send them to Father Christmas.
Hello, Father Christmas.
Right, we've got most of the judges with us. Right, guys, I'm going to have to put it on mute because the PG language is not acceptable to go out on the broadcast with here in the judging room. So I'm just putting it on mute just for everybody's sake, okay? Right, just so that everybody knows what's happening while we're waiting for the final collation of the scores. There are now some free samples being handed out of your brews. They're being passed around, so the surplus is being enjoyed by judges and all. So you see, nothing's going to waste. Nothing's going to waste. You were thinking you were going to get bottles back? And welcome back, everyone. We didn't leave the building. We are all here, and we are very happy to be able to come live to you now with the award ceremony. And so I'm going to be handing over the screen to Olga. Olga's going to be taking us away. You can't see what I can see, but there's a whole bunch of very, very happy judges out there that are very excited to be able to share their results with you. And so we definitely want to take it away as far as the award ceremony is concerned. And so shall we have a look and see what the results show? First of all, a very, very big thank you to all of the judges. Thank you for giving up your Saturday to be here. Looks like it was a good investment. And thank you so much for the time and the effort that you have invested in this process in making sure that the students get the very best that the country has to offer. So thank you very much for that. We really do appreciate it. And when it comes to the results, I'm going to get straight into it. Olga, you happy for me to get straight into it? Here we go. Who would like to know who the winners are of the best lager? Well, second runner-up, just in case you thought that we were going straight to the top, our second runner-up, well done to the Central University of Technology with the most amazing blood, sweat and beers. Woo! Okay, guys, so we're making a noise here. You better be making even more noise back there, okay, because for the virtual purpose. And so the first prize, no, the runner-up, the Central, I nearly gave it to you guys again. I nearly gave 2 prizes to CUT. In the University of the Free State with the very, very special named 3 Sips. Well done, guys. Name would travel far. I knew that name would travel far. And so the winner of the best lager category is we don't have well done, SU Brew. Stefan, I'm not so sure we would like to see the picture of the lederhosen, but thanks very much. Remember yesterday he said he would really put on the lederhosen, so it's okay, Stefan, don't worry about it. We don't really need you to, but congratulations on your lager brew. Well done, guys. Okay, next. Right, we're moving on to the best IPA. Okay, and the second runner-up is the University of Cape Town with Hope. And the first runner-up, oops, the University of the Free State, Evil Twin. And there was an interesting story associated with that, I think. Yes, okie dokes. Right, and so the winner of the best IPA goes to, well done, CUT. Excellent. Well done, guys. Right, we're now moving on to the next category, the best fruit beer. Now, I was really hoping to taste some of these specifically because they sounded so interesting yesterday, but they haven't left me any. But that obviously just goes to show you how good some of them were. Right, so first runner-up for first fruit beer. CPUT, well done, Passion Express. That combination sounded really good. I was looking forward to testing that one. Well done, guys. First runner-up. CUT Nectarine Lagerish. Well, you. And the winner of the best fruit beer for 2020 is Denver and his beer in a bucket. Well done. Denver, your sales of those brewing in a bucket just went up. You're going to have a good first quarter of 2021, I think. Everyone will want one of your beers in a bucket. Well done. Moving on to the next category. Right, best African premium ale. And the second runner-up for this category is SU, Soot for Tat. Well done, guys. First runner-up. CUT, well done, African Sunset. And the winner of 2020's Best African Premium Ale is, what do you know, Danville? Well done. University of KwaZulu-Natal, the Pietermaritzburg campus, that brewing in a bucket worked, Danville. That's all I can say. Well done. Well done to you and well done to the team. The next category. Right, best lockdown brew. So let's have a look at the concoctions and who took it away. in terms of the lockdown concoctions. Second runner-up, NUM, popcorn, Netflix, and chill. Very good. I think it just deserved a prize just because of the name. And the first runner-up goes to University of Wits. Well done. And how do we say it, Tamsin? It's Groot, because it must rhyme with roots. Well done. Well done, Wits. And the winner of the best lockdown brew officially is SU Brews, Stellenbosch University. Well done. Stefan, even though you tried to blow up the lab, it didn't work. So you've got to keep going. Well done. Excellent. And the next category. Okay, we don't really want to know that you're streaking, Stefan. That's quite disturbing. Okay, the best label. We start with the second runner-up. And Spice, third place goes to Witzies, and the Spice King, I think it was the same grit. Am I right? I think so. Yes, I think it was the same one. Well done. Well done. Second prize. This, I'm looking to see which, who was it from? I can't see. Butch. Oh, there we go. Northwest. Well done. Excellent. Love the colors. Well done. And the best label for 2020 is?
Oui.
Well done, Tax. Very good, very good.
Right, I think it's so great on the screen.
You can back the hand and everything. Okay, good.
Very good. No, very good. The judge's decision is final and no correspondence will be entered into. Okay. Right, Anton, I would like to ask you to please come and announce the best beer on show.
And the head, do you have the information there?
There we go.
It's going to be as big a surprise for you as to anyone else.
Okay. So I'm live right now?
Yeah, you're live right now and you'll see the information come up as Olga takes it.
Okay, just a little bit of a drum roll, people. Two of our brand managers. Oh, Biggles. I don't know what on this. What on this?
Right.
Am I seeing the same here?
Send them.
I beg your pardon?
Announce it.
Okay, sorry, guys, the best beer on show, Central University of Technology's what?
What beer?
Sorry.
New England IPA.
New England IPA, I beg your pardon. Wow. There's been some new kids on the block and there's power in this room. Wow, folks. Can I just add a little anecdote, please? The brand manager from Castle Lager is sponsoring the Best Lager Prize, and our championship beer, Carling Black Label, is supporting Champion Beer on show. So fantastic. Thanks very much. Okay. Thank you. So,
Okay, congratulations, everyone. And we are really, really so proud of all of you. Well done, well done, well done. And we look forward to some great entries for next year. We hope that this has enthused you and that you're already starting to think about what you're going to do better, about the pH of the water and the hops and all of those things that we learned about today as well. All of those inside tricks that you were kindly shared with us with some of these international experts. Right, I'm now going to ask Professor Lewis to please come and to close off the 2020 InterVarsity Brewing and Tasting Competition. Thanks, Prof. Over to you.
Okay, thanks everyone. I don't think I'll be the last one speaking. I think Anton, he's got a few stuff to say after I'm going to just close off. So I'm actually just doing the acknowledgements, everyone. And thanks for the opportunity, really. It's been great. It was my first breakaway after lockdown out of town, out of Bloem, and that was cool. I wouldn't have wanted to spend it with anyone else than with you guys. So thanks for that. I got a list from Anton, so I'll do the honors on his behalf. He calls the people that I must thank doyens, which I suppose is line managers and people assisting and managing. First, John Kluwit, ex-SAB stalwart. Bernard or Ben Lamaletti, am I correct? Ex-SAB founder of this event. Charles Hunter, UKZN. Peter Marisburg, founder, one of the founding members. Mike Hardenrich is here. Mike, also from Tux, also one of the founder members of the event. And Bala Pillay of UKZN, also one of the stalwarts. Then specific thanks from Anton and all of us to some of the line managers and colleagues at AB InBev and SAB. Alexander Talbot, SAB Zytec. Is that how I pronounce it? Zytec Director, African Zone Innovation and Technology, one of the sponsors. Peter Wesley, SAB Zytec as well, Raw Materials and Process Development Manager. Kyle Moskowitz. Kyle, thanks so much for your support. SAB Zytec Product Development Specialist, Beer Raw Material, and also tutorial, lecturer and taster. So thanks to you. Then also on behalf of Anton and all of us, John Bauer, the ex-SAB Chief Executive Officer and Brewer, ex-SAB, now Chief Executive Officer, Brewers of Europe, one of the presenters. John De Meyer, SAB Learning and Development Manager, Agriculture, Maltings, L&D Supply Zone presenter. Lorna Barnard, we saw her yesterday, she spoke.
Yes.
SAB L&D Coordinator, Brewing, Agriculture and Maltings. She was a presenter. Anisha, are you here with your colleagues and colleagues of SAB Business Improvement and Project Internship? So welcome, and also for being around and bring a little bit of youth into the process, and also doing the talent scouting. Kuti Matabire from SAB Brand Director Castle Lager is the lager sponsor, Anton. And then Arne Rust, Brand Manager, Director, calling Black Label Champion Beyond Show sponsor. Thank you so much. Colleagues, then those were the doyens, as Anton calls them. Then from my side, the organizing and operational team. First, Anton Erasmus, is he around? Just wanted to say thank you, Anton. Thank you so much. We about 5-6 months ago started conceptualizing whether we're just going to see this year through, not do anything, and just see one another next year. And as you know, Anton, you just need to sniff in the direction of doing something beer-like, and he says we're all in. And after that meeting, everything just started happening. Anton, thank you so much. Thank you for pushing this always and for your energy. Really appreciate it. Then Dr. Olga de Smit from CUT, Center for Applied Food Safety and Biotechnology. Olga, thanks so much for being the chair of the organizing committee and for running this so well, and also for running our brewery. Last year, we lost somebody in the person of Jashu Leftak, and we came back with the first time with a totally new team, and we're proud of what we could achieve here. So thanks for sustaining that. Then Mrs. Linda Jackson. Linda, to you and the team of Food Focus, thanks for a very professional event. I'm sure you were not very busy, you hang around and do a lot. Thank you for really supporting us and for really being very professional. Thank you to you and the team. Then DJ and Kevin, I don't think they're here. They were assisting with the technical support earlier. Technical assistant, thank you so much to them. I don't think they're here anymore. Then Chris Roth. Chris, BJCP Judge and Convener. Chris, thank you so much for doing a splendid job. And then, of course, hand in hand goes with the judging and tasting panel. All of you that are here, that traveled far away, that came, we're so sorry that we had to cause you to taste beer the entire day. Sorry about that. Anton said that there's about more than 100 years experience. That doesn't mean you're old, it just means you're very experienced together in that team. So thank you for being so professional for everyone that's here. Then the security of SAB, the assistants that assisted with the carrying around. One of them is named Solomon. I've asked others that went down, helped with the carrying and so forth, the transport, the uploading, and also the people that assisted with the refreshments over there in the canteen. Anton, please carry away our thanks, and I hope there's also some incentive for them. Wink, wink, there will be some beers left over. So, of course, being part of students, I know that you can just hand out beers, but you can always give it away. Again, then I think last but not least is the participants in this event. Firstly, all the brewing teams that all over the country that have given their energy, often not having resources, brewing somewhere, in old garages and, old dungeons somewhere, just brewing and liking and getting together over weekends and brewing and chatting and just putting this together. Thanks to all of you that participated, went through all of the trouble, submitted your products, and being, just excited about this event. So, and all the speakers as well that participated in the parallel activities that shared your knowledge over the day and a half. Thank you to all the speakers. And then every lecturer at the university or somewhere that's nagged by students all the time. Prof, can we have a little bit of funding to brew up some beer? That was actually the chemicals were used for experiments, but we want to use it for brewing beer. Prof, can we please get a little bit of money to just drive somewhere and taste some beer? Can we use that old little, corner of the lab that you're not using? We're going to set up some stuff there. So thanks to everyone that supported this initiative, somewhere behind the scenes, to all the departments and all the people just giving some of their resources away, sometimes their own resources. So thanks from my side to everyone. I think that is the list more or less. If I forgot some, I'm going to hand over to Lynn, and I think you've got closing arguments with some of your colleagues.
2 minutes, yeah.
And thank you again to everyone. Thanks, Lynn.
Thanks, Ray. You're right.
I've got one last prize that needs to be handed out, and that is to the person who engaged the most on our platform. So we created a place, a meeting place, where the students could get together despite the fact that we weren't together. And so the prize goes to Stefan Hayward from Stellenbosch University, who posted 17 times on the timeline today and has some very, very interesting photographs. And so, Stefan, thank you so much for the entertainment on top of everything else that was going on. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, and your Food Focus prize will be coming to you via your email, and so hopefully you can enjoy that. That was our contribution to the competition. Nothing to do with beer, just to do with engagement and participation for today. So as we close off, I agree with what Rake said. I think when it comes to Anton's passion, if it wasn't for Anton pushing us and we will do this, we will do this, we will do this, some of us might not have done this. And so, Anton, would you like to come and say the final words for 2020?
That'd be lovely. Thank you. I'm not going to stand between you and a well-deserved drop of what helped Auntie to be more friendly. I'm not going to say the ugly words. We've got some lovely Castle Black Label, etc. in the pub. I just want to leave you with a message that I posted to some eminent brewing organizations in Munich and Europe, and to some of my friends. We understand there's a pandemic that's running, and understand that some of the declaration was political. Guys, we are a young and innovative group. There's innovation amongst us. We are a young institution. We all need to agitate and declare what that new normal is going to be. In the absence of us fighting and agitating for the new normal, it will be imposed on us by politicians who can't even work their own politics, let alone their medico-politics. The disease is dangerous. We've all done all the social distancing, but in terms of the agitation, you will have stuff imposed on you if you do not agitate and lead. We are leaders in what we do. If we wait for it to come from above, it will come from above with abundance. We need to not fight back. We need to set standards and take leadership. We could have walked away from this and had all the convenient excuses. We've achieved more this time, sans all the Zoom, despite, in the face of COVID. We achieved other outputs, let alone the flights and let alone not staying in Bloemfontein. Just this, not counting the Zoom, we achieved far more. So I'll leave that with you. Some of my buddies and some of our ex-colleagues from Europe who presented today heard that very same talk from me. And It's easy to take the easy way out, and it's not easy to take the difficult way out. And leadership is not boss cup. Leadership is saying, I need to do something right. We all make mistakes. Not everything was 100%, but the output was fantastic. I was almost relaxed this morning. I've never been like that at one of these shows. So please, if you can take that from me, and I haven't told you anything controversial, what I've just said. If we do not lead, it will be imposed. And the people who are doing the impositions are not medically trained. They are on the wrong end of a ballot box. So, and that's our fault that they're there. So please, folks, our young institutions set standards. The world is looking up. You saw what some of the overseas people said about this. What the hell are you guys up to? Because we're doing innovative stuff and we're taking a lead and we're moving on all fronts. We've got some critical push sponsors from ZTEC that know exactly where this can go. And we've got the rest of the business collaborating within the business and with academia to make it happen. So when we let this thing go one day, when I get older, it'll be a legacy and we can play. And then I'll come and taste and make more jokes. So thank you all. And Rake and Olga, you guys pulled some stunts with those tastes. I haven't even had the beer, so I'm looking so forward to have we didn't have time to travel to Bloemfontein, so it's fantastic. So just the new blood and Stellenbosch, you kicked whatever you kicked. You've got some lovely first prize as well. So guys, thank you very much. And let's have a drop of what made Auntie attractive. Okay, we'll meet you in the pub. Thanks so much, everybody.
We'll see you all next year. Over and out.